Welcome back everyone to another video. This is Dad Rahman and today I'll be going through to you about methods of production. I'll write the title here. Methods of production. Okay, so methods of production. So what is production? In business, production is the use of materials to create goods. So production is the use of materials to create goods. So what that means is, so workers, they need to make material to be able to produce the goods to sell to customers. So there are there's four types of production methods, and I'll go through to them right now. So one of them is batch production. Batch production. So what this type of production is a large amount of items, can be made all at the same time. So a batch, right? So think about it. When you have a batch, right, you're producing a large amount in one go. So that's the key word, in one go. In one go. One go. So for example, let's say you're cooking like 20 units. 20 units of here it is, I'll draw it for you. 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. So let's say you're producing 20 units of bread, right, and you put it in the oven. You're producing all those 20 units in one go right here. So that's batch production for you. That's a really efficient technique, and it's less time consuming, but the problem is it's heavily reliant on technology. And if there's one error in the production process, for example, the machine breaks down, or there's like a scratch on the tray, or maybe there's a defect on the cake, then all of that, or maybe even if the cake gets burnt or whatever, you'll have to start the process all over again. So that leads to huge wastage of goods. So that's a disadvantage of batch production. So a disadvantage. Huge wastage is a huge wastage of goods. It's very costly. It's very, very costly. Cost per unit for batch production is very high. So you need to make sure you're very efficient with your resources you're using. And I'll write the word efficiency here. Efficiency. So this means making the best use of resources available to the business. Resources available to a business. Making the best use of the resources available to a business. So you're trying to use the most resources and get the highest output. So, efficiency. And that leads to another word. Capacity. So what this word is the total space available in a business's stock. So how much goods they can produce and store. So that's their capacity. And there's three more I have to go through. There is lean production. So this is very effective, and this cuts out waste slash ensures quality. So obviously the two advantages are written here: cuts out waste and ensures quality. So quality of the goods produced is really high, and cuts out waste, so there's less wastage involved in lean production. For this one, the cost per unit is quite low. Cost per unit is low, and workers are reliant on technology to perform well. Workers are reliant on technology to perform well. Let me write this neater for you. Can't see it, can you? Workers are reliant to perform well. So what workers want to do is, because there's less wastage involved, workers feel more confident to perform better. So that leads to a business theorist called Maslow, and what he believes is that workers are motivated not through pay or profit, but the 5 levels of needs and wants. So the first level is psychological needs. So that is like safety, warmth, clothes, all those sorts of things. The second level is safety and security. So making sure the work environment is safe for workers. Make sure the air is clean. Make sure when workers are working, make sure each worker is evenly spread out, so workers can concentrate on a specific task or job. The third layer is love and belongings. What workers love to do, what has value to them. The fourth one is self-motivation. So what that means is workers are motivated through the manager giving them extra roles and extra jobs in the workplace. So that's what job enlargement is. When you're enlarging the job at hand, when you're making it more interesting for workers and and then the fifth one is self-activation. So self-activation is when workers perform at their maximum potential. So here, right. Physiological needs. Logical. Safety. Belongings. Safety. Belongings. Motive. Active. So yeah, I haven't got much space here, but I guess you get the gist. So this is Maslow's theory. So it includes 5 levels. Includes 5 levels. So yes, I hope you understand that. I'll go through the third one, and that is flow production. Now flow production is a really interesting type, because this type of production process involves the continuous movement of items. Continuous movement of items. So items are continuously moved out of the production process, so that means it's less time consuming. Low production costs. So yeah, disadvantage is work is repetitive and boring. Repetitive. So yes, and the last one I'll go through today is job production. This is the easiest one, because this is when each item is made individually and is finished. When each item is made individually before the next one starts. Next one starts. So an advantage of this is high quality, very important, very, very important. High quality goods. High quality. Let me link that to greater job satisfaction. Greater job satisfaction. The reason for that is because job satisfaction involves workers enjoying their work in the workplace. So, items are made to a high quality, therefore, motives are likely to perform better, and that again links to self-motivation and self-activation if necessary. So there's two links for this, two links. So yeah, I have no space, but the disadvantage of job production is this really big one. It's very labor intensive, really labor intensive. So workers, there's extreme competition between who can produce the most units. So yes, this is again, this is good for the BTEC specification. BTEC, level 3 business students. Business. BTEC level 3 business. This is very good for that course. So if you're studying that, I recommend you to watch this video. And it's good, really good for A-level students as well. But that's all I have to say. So this is all I have to talk about today. If you enjoyed my video, please comment, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button down below to see my next videos. Yeah, in my upcoming playlist. So, bye guys.